The Edge Videos is brought to you by Mississippi on the Rise, Dreams Jackson, Kai Productions, Real Walk Cinema, Hourglass Media Group, Chili Chill Radio, and Prodigy Inc. Marketing.
Yo, what's up, world? It's your man Kamikaze, the OG. Welcome to The Edge. And as you see, my man Joe Nasty is not here next to me right now. Shouts out to my man Joe Nasty, but I'm gonna hold it down solo because we still got to bring you all the hottest videos and all the hottest talk right here on The Edge. We're coming to you live. As you see, we're at the International M Factory. This is the factory that makes all the M's for all the signs all over the world. The big ones, the small ones, italics, Times New Roman, cursive, you know, all the M's. No, actually, we represent for Figment today, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about Figment coming up in just a little bit. But before we do that, y'all hold tight. We're gonna show you this first video. This is The Edge. M, right there. Welcome back to The Edge. This is your man Kamikaze, the OG. We're at Dreams Jackson, the #1 party spot, 426 Capitol. Make sure you come check it out whenever you get the chance. And right now, with me right now, I have my big sister, somebody who is very near and dear to me. Of course, I would not even be here if it was not for this lady right here. And we have her and her wealth of knowledge right here on camera, right here with The Edge. So everybody say what's up, say hey to Miss Wendy Day. Wendy, I want to ask you, since I got you here, you're here dropping knowledge here at Music Day, Down South DJs. What is the biggest misconception or myth that new artists have coming into the game?
Wow, I have to pick just one, huh?
Yes. The biggest one.
I guess the biggest one is that there's a lot of money in being a rapper. You know, I think sometimes people sit at home and they watch BET or they watch different videos on YouTube and they see their favorite artists in different scenarios where it looks like they're super duper wealthy. And that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions, is that rappers make a lot of money. They really don't. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of aggravation. And yes, artists make money, but they don't make the kind of money that most people think that they make.
Now, I'm gonna ask you this question straight up. If I'm an artist and a new artist today, should I still be trying to get a record deal with the label?
If it's your own label, yes.
Right.
If you own the label, yes, absolutely. No, there's no reason to get a record deal in today's economy. In fact, it's easier to find an investor today than it is to find a label that will sign you. Major labels are becoming more and more obsolete. They're really just places to go if you don't have the money. And let's be real, it takes money to put out a record, but you can go get an investor and do it yourself. You can get the knowledge on the internet of how to do it. You can get the knowledge from people that are out here doing it for a living. You know, there's ways that you can maximize your potential and your income for yourself and not have to give up 90% of the money to somebody else just so that they'll sign you, just so you can say, hey, I'm down with Def Jam or I'm down with Universal.
Right. You're out here fighting for artists every day. What a lot of people don't know is that you actually come from corporate America.
Yeah.
You were working at 3M at one time in the corporate system, and you decided to give that all up for the uncertainty, the insanity of working in the music business. Now talk about, you know, what you were doing then. Yeah, talk about working at 3M and what prompted you to leave that structure and come into this particular industry.
I wasn't happy, and there was, you know, Kamikaze, that feeling you have on Sunday night when you know you have to go to work on Monday morning.
I know it well.
And I would dread it. I mean, to the point where I wouldn't go to sleep because I knew that I would have to get up and go to work. I was that unhappy. Wow. And I just decided, I made a conscious decision at 30 years old that I deserve to be happy, and I want to be happy, and I want to do what I love. So I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew that wasn't it.
Right.
I knew that I wanted to work in the music industry. I knew that I wanted to run a not-for-profit organization because I wanted to help people. I wanted to combine my degree in African American Studies with my degree in marketing, and I wanted to help people of color, but I didn't really know what to do or how to do it. And I started to do some research and find out, well, what kind of jobs are there in the music industry? And the more I got into the music industry, the more I learned that artists are the last to get paid and the first to get abused. And the more I researched that and said, well, why is this? How come there is no altruism especially in hip hop?
Right.
You know, I wanted to understand that a little bit better, and I said, you know what? I'm willing to do something about that. You know, if I don't do it, who else is going to?
Right. You got Wendy Day, rapcoalition.org. You got helpfulangel.com, and something that you were very passionate about that's about to come about, slavesnomore.com. Talk about that a little bit.
Slaves No More is actually taking the place of a website that I had up for about 10 years called Rap COINTELPRO. And Rap COINTELPRO was a site where independent artists could come to learn about the music business for free. The downside of it was everything changes so quickly in the music business, but because it was a free site, I couldn't really afford to stay on top of it the way I would have liked to.
Right.
So what Slaves No More is it's a site, and for somewhere between $3 and $5 a month, which is, you know, as cheap as I can get it, it brings income into the company so that I can afford to keep updating it. It's a site to teach people from A to Z how to put out their own records, and it's a place where people can come and network and talk to each other about what they find to be true and realistic for their own marketplaces.
You've been instrumental in helping P, Cash Money, my brother Banner, a lot of people into getting in situations. Eminem, a lot of people that people don't know get into this game. Have you caught any flack for giving all this game that you've been giving to these artists? Do you ever catch any flack for that?
All day, every day, yeah. But I don't really pay attention to that because my mission and my goal was always very different. I didn't get into the music business to make money or to make friends or to please, you know, high-level gangsters at major labels.
Right.
I got into the music industry because my first goal was to change the system of oppression that exists, and my second goal was to help artists. I look at the change in the contracts. You know, I feel good about it. I think I've really made a difference, not only just in the contractual situation, but I think I've really made a difference. You know, when I came into hip hop, it was very New York centric. All that mattered was New York, and that used to piss me off because I would listen to stuff from everywhere. You know, so I've been instrumental in coming into the Midwest and bringing it back to the industry, or going to the West Coast and bringing it back, or the South and bringing it back. So I'm really excited about the fact that I've not only been able to do some of the best deals in music, but I've been able to open doors for people that New York wouldn't normally open doors.
Okay. Talk about your experience with Mississippi artists and what, you know, from the business side, and what do you think is going to take for Mississippi to rise?
You need to have a unified movement. You need to have a situation where all of the artists are working together to help each other come up and build, you know, a foundation and a music industry. And that's the one thing that I do see that Mississippi as a whole lacks is a music industry. You know, if artists can come together and work together and make money and monetize their situation locally, it gives the opportunity to say, we don't need anybody else. We don't need New York. We don't need anybody else. We can make money here in our region. So if artists can just do what they do and not hate on each other and really come up together, everybody can make money. And there's enough money out here, Kamikaze, for everybody. It's not limited, you know, but that's the hardest part, is to get people to all work together.
Now, you do tweet. You tweet a lot. And you do respond to tweets.
I do. I tweet.
Tell the people how they can get in touch with you on Twitter real fast.
At Rap Coalition. It's that easy.
And there it is.
And I talk to everybody.
There it is. This has been Wendy Day. I love her to death. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you. Wow. This has been the Edge videos. I want y'all to stick around. We got more videos, more talk coming up real soon. This is your man, Kamikaze, the OG.
Hey.
1 second.